Awesome.
Oh, I got real juicy just now when I say that. Let me
good.
say it again. So you're going to cut that part out and you're going to let me do it again.
You got me juicy too.
Hey, man, I don't know what that means, and I'm not even going to play it. Matt, look, you saw how Matt's posture changed? Yeah, but anyway. Oh, look at that. Look at that artifact. Put that on the screen right there, sir. That's a very valuable artifact you have because no one can get those anywhere. Like that's something that you had to be in the know to get that. The We the Free happy hour cup. I don't even have one of those for real. That's crazy, right? Dude, that's it. Man, look, when you're running a business, it's just very interesting. Like so many things escape you, right? And I usually do a really good job of trying to capture keepsakes and little artifacts from, all of our progress and things like that. But a lot of that stuff escaped me during SHOT Show, bro. It was a whole blur. Like literally from I want to say October to the end of January was just a complete blur, getting everything solidified for the network and that launch and everything. And then after SHOT Show, it was just, and it just continued.
Bro, I got like a dozen of these.
Are you shitting me? You really have a bunch?
I really have like a dozen.
You better bring me one at range day, bro. For real.
Done. I have like a dozen of these. I have a dozen of them.
That's awesome. It's just so crazy, man.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna stock out my pool house. We're doing margaritas in these sons of bitches.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Hey, I thought I was doing good because me and the wife got one, and Mikey's over here with the whole stack.
Yo, for real. Mike,
he's like the sticker guys at SHOT Show, just like.
Bro, Mike is going to wait for We the Free to take off, and then he's going to open an Etsy store, and he's going to be selling those cups like premium pricing and shit.
He's gonna bring you one, but he's going to make you sign the other 11.
Hey, that would be. Hey, listen, I'd do it for you, Mike. I'd do it. I promise.
That's so nice.
Yeah, man. So let me ask you a question. I mean, we're recording right now. Did you officially start the podcast?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know. I didn't know if y'all just got down and dirty and y'all just dove right in.
We about to. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
We'll probably run the whole thing.
We're gonna run this whole shit. We don't care.
I was still kind of like looking through the AI reads. So
awesome. Well, let's without further ado, Matt, let's go ahead and get her going.
Let's go, dude. John Keys and We the Free. Welcome back to Whiskey and Windage, my friend. We appreciate you joining us again.
Man, thanks for having me, bro. For real, man. Y'all boys been grinding.
Yeah, what Sherm? I guess he's at the grocery store. He's getting dinner, doing something he really knows.
Listen, man,
Sherm
has a plethora of responsibilities and excuses. Look, they be one and the same, and they're equally as valid no matter which one you frame it under. But trust me, he's a busy dude, man. Like for real, like busy.
Well, I can't wait to see him because I know he's a very busy man. First time you came on, we wanted you, but it was like, hey, if Sherm wants to come on, great. Obviously, I'm going to take it as he didn't. Then we had you hooked up again. We had you put on again.
I'm gonna let y'all live.
Yeah, we had you on again, and you, me, Matt, all idiots, didn't realize it was Father's Day weekend.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I was still ready to grind through it, even though I really didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go. And Sherm's like, yeah, bro, I'm not doing this. And I'm like, all right, that's strike two.
Yeah. I mean, listen, in that particular moment, he made the right command decision for everybody. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, we all had better things to do that day.
So we've been promised a Sherm sighting today. So we haven't pitched strike three yet, but we're kind of waiting on this, and we're going to see where it lands.
No doubt. Yeah, it might be. Listen. Sherm is the type. It'll be a couple foul balls, almost strike three, and then he'll grand slam it. So listen, Sherm, don't let me down, bro. I'm talking you up right now. Don't let me down.
And he's going to come in like, wait, what are y'all talking about? Like, I'm here. Like, let's get this going.
Yeah. Like he been waiting on us. Right.
Man, but let's go ahead, man. Let's get into our first segment, Matt.
Let's get it. This week's segment of Ask AI is brought to you by our friends over at Wheeler Tools.
That's a sound done right. Scope rings, mounts, handguards, locked in with exact torque. Wheeler Fat Sticks don't guess, they deliver. Every click means you're dialed, not overdone. No strip threads, no compromise, just precision. Wheeler Fat Sticks. Hear the click, trust the build.
So we want to ask AI, John. We ask AI about all of our guests just to see. Sometimes it hits the nail on the head. So, and sometimes it's way out in left field. So you let me know if anything needs to be added. I asked AI, who is We the Free? And it says, We the Free, in context of TV, this is a streaming network called We the Free, America's streaming network, which positions itself as offering unfiltered content focused on truth, freedom, and readiness. It's available on platforms like iOS, Android,
The hell is Andrew?
Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Samsung Tizen.
Yeah. Wow.
Right.
That was actually
all,
really good.
That's all it gave me.
Yeah, no, dude, that's a very good, well-rounded description of what We the Free is. And I actually like the part where it talks about readiness, because that is a really specific offering that we have, because we have trainings and masterclasses, and the trainings are for like firearms competency, obviously. And then what we're going to do like masterclasses, we have one getting ready to drop, and this is something that we haven't really promoted a lot yet because we're still putting the final touches on it, but we have a silencer masterclass. Everything you need to know about silencers, bro. And like, the timing couldn't be more perfect because they just got rid of the tax stamps. I don't know why we still need to register them if there's no tax stamps, but whatever. But yeah, man, I thought that was a really accurate description from AI. Good on AI.
Anything else you want added in there?
Honestly, I think one of the biggest things that we're really going to showcase at our Guns Out Range Day this year is that, one of the biggest and most needed aspects of We the Free is that it's going to be a platform where it's going to be very obvious that that's where content and community intersects, right? For example, our most watched hit show right now on the network is Pimp My Pew, starring Jeremy What the Kicks, right? And that's the type of a show where people first off, only subscribers could get picked to submit guns to be on the show. So that is a benefit of being a subscriber. You can actually be in the content, right? But then also it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to get somebody that's so well known for customizing firearms like Jeremy to actually customize your gun. Like, what the hell? This is like a guy you've been following for years and whatnot. And all of a sudden you find yourself face to face with him and he's handing you a custom firearm of your choosing. This is your gun and he did the works to it, right? So again, it's very important that people begin to realize that it's more than just watching the content. You actually can resonate with the content. You can be in the content. You can rub shoulders and meet the characters and the people and the influencers that you follow, that you hold in high regard, all of those things, man. So that's kind of like the latest thing that we've been pushing is that the network is a place where content and community intersects. So that's what I would add.
Man, I do from what I've seen from Jeremy, the Pimp My Pew. I mean, it's no secret, it's kind of exhibit-esque.
And
I'm waiting on him to be like, yo, dog, I know you like guns, so I put a gun in a gun and a gun.
Wait.
Put a fish tank in your gun.
So here's the funny thing about that, right? Me and Jeremy talked about that because, and this is something like I literally, before I got on here, I was filming pickups for an episode of Guns Out where we actually shot. Me and Sherm recently actually shot with all the most of the contestants from Pimp My Pew. They brought their guns out to Black Pines, and we just checked them out, and we talked with them. Hold on one second. All right, sorry.
Damn, the power of John Keys. He didn't even have to say a word. He looked in the direction of the dog, and the dog shut up.
Hey, bro, listen,
That,
it's energy, dog. It's all energy. You feel
swag
me?
on him.
Look, we're gonna drink.
Dogs are receptive to that.
We're gonna drink to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
But yeah, so we just filmed an episode of Guns Out TV where we shot with the contestants from Pimp My Pew, and it was really awesome, man. They were really receptive and happy to come out with their firearms and tell us about their experience on the show. Pimp My Pew is something that I really wanted to do for a long time. I wanted to do it on Guns Out TV, but an idea that big, you're only gonna be able to do so much in a YouTube video for something like that. And I didn't want to sell it short. And to be honest, I even told that to them while we were out on the range that initially we were going to get Exhibit to do this, bro. We already had the contact of his people. We had a letter drafted up and everything. But then I was just like, wow, that's a flex. I mean, is it going to really resonate, with the audience? Like, is it going to really resonate with our community? I mean, because I'm sure I do know that he's into guns, but I don't know that he's.
You need to do one for him.
Yeah.
I build one for him. It needs to be Cali compliant.
Oh, for sure. No. And that's what we're going to end up trying to pivot to at some point. Hold on, man. Wifey must be back. Hey!
There's a reel.
Nah, for real. You know what I'm saying? Man, dog. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're gonna end up pivoting to. We're gonna try to bring him on as a cameo or something unexpected. Hey, let me stop. I know that I want to give y'all the good stuff, but I can't give you everything. But bro, like we got some really big plans for Pimp My Pew. It was a very successful season. Jeremy is a consummate professional. Like when I tell you this man is so detailed in what he does. His relationships with his gunsmiths is pristine. All of them, they always want to do the best work that they can for him. And it was just awesome. It was an awesome experience, man. Shout out to Jeremy. Can't wait to do season 2, my bro. And it's one of those things where that was my baby. Pimp My Pew was my baby. That's why it was the first show to come out, because it was just, like I said, it was something I was dying to do. And once Jeremy gave us the green light that he was down to do it, man, I was like, oh yeah, we got gold here. Let's go.
Your workspace matters, and the Tipton Best Gun Vise 360 doesn't play around. Built for serious shooters, this vise locks down rifles, shotguns, and ARs with zero movement and full control. Tool-free adjustments, rock-solid clamping, and a 360-degree rotating cradle give you access from every angle. No shortcuts, no compromises. Whether you're building, cleaning, or dialing in, this vise was made to keep up. Tipton Best Gun Vise 360. Built to hold, built to work.
If you are reloading, you need tools that work as hard as you do. And that's exactly what you get with Frankfurt Arsenal. Their top-of-the-line reloading equipment, including case cleaners, powder dispensers, and presses, are designed for precision and efficiency. Whether you're a competitive shooter or a weekend reloader, Frankfurt Arsenal helps you save time and get more consistent, high-performance rounds. Reload smarter. Reload with Frankfurt Arsenal, because your ammo deserves the best.
So you've got Jeremy with Pimp My Pew.
Yep.
You've got the homie Jared Giannis. He's on there. He's doing his thing. Talking about gun legislation and all of that. You've got you got our boy PSR on there. He's doing some.
Dog, hold on. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause you right there. Y'all mind's gonna be blown when y'all see his season, bro. Like PSR was important for a number of reasons. He was important because he represents the exact reason why the network needs to exist. Because he is an extremely successful creator that has the most problems with any of his content simply because of the nature of his content, which is bullshit, right? His content isn't bullshit. I'm saying him having the problems is bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. And so when we reached out to him, man, he was ecstatic because he was like, I finally get to do what I've always wanted to do. This is my whole persona, and I want to show people how to do this. And man, listen, shout out to the director at Coyote Ranch for really filming this the right way, because it's like sitcom meets reality show meets masterclass in 3D printing meets awesome gun reviews. It's going to be one of the most unique pieces of content that lives on the network by far. And I'm really, really, really excited about that.
What's great about PSR, man, is when he came on and spoke with us, you know, there is no, I mean, he is the secret sauce, but as far as information goes, there's no secrets, you know. He's quick to give the guy that has 100,000 followers praise for saying, hey man, he helped me with this build. And he's quick to say, hey, this dude just got on Instagram, but he bought a couple printers and he's good at file development. He's doing this, and this guy's great too.
Yeah.
Like, he's equal opportunity. I guess that's the best way to put it. And he gives everybody flowers if you're in his space. And so it's like, man, like he's a genuinely good dude.
You know, not only that, the other thing about PSR is that, you know, when I got to be honest, when I first saw his content, the first thing I saw was the HK slap video. And I was just, I was like, what?
This is it?
I was like, exactly. I was like, what is this? You know, and it's very interesting.
It's a different generation, John.
It's not only that. Hear me out. I really had to process this to really understand. I have to make stuff make sense. That's just the way my brain works, right? So I saw the HK slap video and I was like, well, this shit is goofy as shit. And I was like, why do people like this? You know, whatever, right? And I mean, again, first impression. Then I started, you know, looking at a little bit more of his content, and I realized, like, wow, this guy is like really committed to this persona. And I can respect that from a entertainment standpoint. I can absolutely respect that. And then I saw him do an interview on State of the Second with GOA.
Yep.
And the dude could articulate. He knew about politics. He knew about things going on in the industry. And I was impressed. I was like, wow. So like, not only is he committed to this persona, but he actually knows what's going on. Then I uncovered that this dude goes out and shoots all of these robust and crazy, unique competitions. Dude does brutalities out in like Finland and shit. And I'm like, bro, who is this guy? And from that, I just became a really big PSR fan. So PSR, he really drives home something that I want for the network so bad. I want We the Free's network to be like its own Marvel universe, right? So we got Jeremy on with the kicks. We got PSR. You know, we're gonna bring in Tony Sentmanat. We got Jared. We're bringing in PewView. So you got all these people with all these very specific personas and value propositions to the community. And how fun is it going to be to just watch all of their stories unfold, all of their, you know, premium content get rolled out. But then when the collabs start happening, when we really start bringing in cameos, you know, of these people into, like, when you see Nick pop up in a PSR episode or PSR pop up in a Nick episode, a PewView episode. I mean, it's just going to be crazy, man. There's a lot of fun we're going to have with this network. And I'm so excited. It's a lot of work, man, but it's every single day when a new episode comes across the desk for review, I'm just like, bro, we doing this shit for real.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for real. It's for real. And it's the stuff that I think the majority of gun content consumers want. You know, still to this day, yesterday, I cut the grass all day. I did my whole thing. Then it was like, man, I'm going to sit down and just rot for a minute. Like, I'm just going to watch TV. I don't watch TV. But man, I cut the TV on, and the first thing I do is it's like, take me to outdoor, take me to Discovery, take me to history, because God, there's got to be something on that's a gun show.
Yeah.
And hey man, there was, but it was hunting. And I'm like, I can only, like, hunting is something like if I'm cleaning my house, like I can listen to in the background because it's gun related.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit there and watch some other dude shoot something that I'm pissed that I didn't get to shoot.
You didn't get to shoot.
Yeah, like
with a gun that you want to shoot.
yeah. So I'm like, good for you, but like not my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it was like bloopers or like, hey, I missed, like I could watch that shit all day.
Right.
But the top shots of the world, the,
Mm-hmm.
people getting in trouble, but like, oh, what was the dude down in Louisiana? Sons of Guns or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got in trouble for some legal shit that with some kids, and that's bad.
Unrelated to firearms.
Unrelated to firearms, but the show was pretty decent. And then
Right.
you had Eli from Unsubscribed with another guy, and they were up in Utah, and they were filming like, hey, we're gonna revive old guns and all this kind of stuff, and it was cool. And then like it doesn't stick because there's not enough people of our demographic that are willing to watch that. It's all these old fuds that are like, nope, bring back the deer. Like we want to see a deer get shot.
Yeah.
So you're putting all that there, which is really interesting.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Matt.
I was going to say, I want to jump in there because I think that it's pretty obvious that like most of mainstream media's idea of gun shows or gun TV would be centered around hunting, and that there is a big void that started to be filled. And when they realized how powerful that was, like it had to be censored. It's like, oh no, we gotta tone that kind of stuff down. Like people building machine guns is really popular on TV. Like that's not a thing we want to deal with. So I think you're stepping into I think you guys are stepping into a place where there is definitely a need. There is a new generation, 2 new generations of gun owners since the popularity of that type of outdoor show that are begging for content that they identify with. And I think you guys are you're primed and ready to fill that spot, I think.
Yeah, no, I mean, Matt, you literally hit it right on the head. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say that mainstream media wants to put gun ownership in a very specific box, if I may, 2 boxes. One as in hunting, 2 as in, doing bad stuff that I won't even say specifically what those bad things
it's
are.
one or the other. You're either a hunter or you're a murderer.
Yeah, or you're basically you're a hunter or a freaking maniac. So yeah, no, I think that you're absolutely right. It is. So the interesting part is that that's what Guns Out was meant to do. When we came out with Guns Out, we wanted to show the best of the community and the best of the industry, all of the stuff that people didn't know. Because, before I became an all-out gun guy, I really had a very limited purview of what guns and gun ownership was like. I mean, I'm a Marine veteran, 12 years of active duty, loved going to the rifle range, loved going to the pistol range, expert year over year in both because I just took it so seriously. However, I just knew that individual gun ownership was a different type of responsibility, and I didn't necessarily have any close friends or family that let me believe or see any responsible gun ownership traits. So with that being said, I stayed away from it. But then obviously COVID changed that. So when that changed and I started to really dive into the community myself, and I started to see like, holy shit, this is fun. These people are fun. These people are great. And it's like, why is none of this advertised anywhere? Why don't you even see gun commercials? Why do you have to walk into a gun store with no idea what the hell you want to buy? Because there's no commercials on TV that show you the difference. There's no education on TV that shows you what to buy or why to buy it. No context, no nothing. People are bumping around in the dark as new gun owners, and that's just absolutely damn ridiculous. So with that being said, once again, my brain has to make things make sense. I was like, you know what? We have an opportunity here to really fill a void, like you said. And I mean, listen, before us, there were other people that were doing it in very specific ways for their brand and, based on their expertise and whatnot. But we wanted to be something more all encompassing. We never wanted to be subject matter experts. We wanted to showcase how many subject matter experts there are out there, how many experiences and opportunities there are out there, and how many good firearms and companies and all of these things that just never saw the light of day on any mainstream media whatsoever. So Guns Out TV did that through our lens of growing within the community, within the industry. And then we hit a certain wall where it's like, even that became hard and more challenging for us because we were still we're still a small channel, but like, it just became harder to grow because, everybody's facing that shadow ban stuff now, and everybody's facing stuff getting demonetized. And I mean, for example, my range day 25 announcement video got taken off of YouTube. Like, that was absolutely insane. And then when they told me, they sent me the little thing, the description of why, it's because I used the word vendors. I said we were going to have live fire vendors and showroom vendors. And okay, yeah, you can tie vendor to the idea of selling, and then bam. It's like, are you shitting me? I can't say the word vendor. You're going to completely remove a video. So we just threw it up on We the Free instead, and then started marketing on social media, and everybody found it. So nonetheless, getting back to the point here, the point is that We the Free is the natural next iteration of what Guns Out TV was supposed to be on YouTube. But I'm just so glad that we hit those pitfalls and those hurdles, because it showed us that this is what we need to do. And as of right now, we haven't been proven wrong that it's a bad idea, because everything's growing pretty well. And I'm really excited for what the next couple of months holds.
So in that, just you talking right there, I came up with 2 show ideas for you.
That's how it always happens. Lay it on me, Mike.
All right. So here's my spitballs. So I was thinking about me just rotting yesterday watching TV, and there's nothing on, and all I think about are old lazy dudes sitting down on Sunday watching golf. And I'm like, you're going to watch some dude hit golf balls in a tournament. All right, cool. Why, you should have some sort of mind rot TV where it's not everyone, but if you could just televise shooting competitions, like just maybe it's 3-gun, because that would be interesting, even if it's just a couple episodes and it doesn't have to be the championships, but show this stuff. So not only we're humanizing it and showing, damn, that looks fun as hell, I'd want to do that. But you're actually showing which, like, if the problem would be is like, oh, hey, if somebody films it and you send it to us, we'll put it on the channel. It's like, you need the same commentators. It's kind of like if Joe Rogan wasn't in UFC, it wouldn't be the same. It would be still very highly profitable and a very good thing. But in its early times, Joe Rogan held that together a lot of the time. So having someone kind of like the guy, I forget his name, I think it's Colby, that was Top Shot. Like every season, the people change, kind of like Air Gunner. Every season, the people change, but the host is always there, and you get to see insight. That's my first idea.
Okay.
Second idea, you need SME TV, subject matter expert TV. You need one host, and you need to basically bring in subject matter expert on something every single week, whether it be suppressors, rifles, pistols, competition shooting, 3-gun, shotgun, clays, whatever the hell it is, optics, LPVOs, what you name it, bring a subject matter expert in to talk about that. And it's just informative. It's kind of like what we do, because we're having subject matter experts on every week, but it's something that every week you're going to learn something new about this gun community. Those are my 2 shots.
All right. You want to hear some feedback?
Go ahead. We're already doing it.
We're already doing it. All right. So we are already doing it. So
thank you guys. Have a good night. Y'all catch us next week.
Whiskey Windage, everybody. No. So like, just to be honest, it's low-hanging fruit. That's low-hanging fruit. And I don't mean this, I'm not saying that in a condescending way at all. I'm saying that you understand what the community needs, right? So that's why I say it's low-hanging fruit. So yes, it's already in the production plan. To be honest, we already experimented with filming a shooting competition on Black Pines. It's the head-to-head tournament. It's on We the Free. It's also on our YouTube channel. You should definitely go check that out if you haven't already. That head-to-head tournament was absolutely insane, bro. It was absolutely insane because, most shooting competitions are done a very specific way, all of the, the regulations and the scoring. That head-to-head tournament, bro, all that shit went out the door, and it was just like, can you beat the dude standing right next to you right now? Can you do it right now?
It's kind of like shooting competition meets Top Shot. Like, I love that. Like, run what you brung.
Yeah.
Going for pinks. Let's do it.
No, absolutely, bro. And so that was a really good series. It was a 2-part series. Definitely go check it out on We the Free if you can. And yeah, we definitely have a lot of really, really, really ambitious ideas for shooting competitions. those things are going to be expensive to do them right. So we're not going to put out something that's half baked. I mean, we may do another guns out version of it like we have on We the Free right now with the head-to-head competition we did, because it was filmed beautifully, it was executed beautifully, and it was very entertaining to watch and, you know, to participate in. But the ideas we have, like for the network level version of that, yeah, bro, it's definitely going to be Top Shot on steroids. And we already are, you know, kind of in talks with some people that have gotten greenlit to do an actual broadcast television kind of resurgence of Top Shot. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to just bring it back to the network because I know that it's not going to be the same on broadcast TV. No. They're going to have to nerf it. They're going to have to like do all this bullshit that we're not going to have to do on the network. We're going to be able to run that thing, and personalities are going to be who they are, what they are, with no filter. And that's what we want. So fingers crossed that we can kind of close the deal on that and bring that over to the network. And then as you speak about the subject matter expert TV, the SME TV, well, we definitely are already doing that. So for example, we wanted to do something for new gun owners. So we brought in JR Guerra from Team TTI to do Just Bought a Gun, Now What? That is the welcome video or the welcome series for new gun owners. You know, like if you're not a new gun owner, you may not find that of value. You know, unless you maybe skip some steps in your new gun ownership, and then you'll realize what steps you skipped when you watch Just Bought a Gun, Now What? Right?
Yeah, I just nerd out. I'd watch it anyway.
It's good, man. And JR is just so good. He's such a genuine guy, man. And, you know, we picked him purposefully because he's just so approachable. Like, he's just like one of the most approachable guys you'll ever meet in the community, and he's just cool as hell. So Just Bought a Gun, Now What? That's a really good series to go check out. Then we followed that up with Joe Farewell, Pistol One. Bruh, let me tell you, Sherm and I have trained with some of the best in the community and industry, bro. Todd Jarrett, Terran Tactical, Trayvon Barber, the Atlas Boys, Dave Wampler, Kevin Garospi. We've trained with some really, really amazing shooters, bro. And when I watched, and of course I've trained with Joe too. And Joe was one of the earlier guys that trained me. But when I watched his Pistol One, it was just like, it was just cool to watch. It was refreshing to hear some of the things that, I'm still kind of doing. Like, you don't really realize that sometimes, you know, like these bad habits kind of creep in if you take hiatuses from actually running your gun as much as you did at one point in time. And so those things were addressed in Pistol One, and I really enjoy watching it. So it's an awesome masterclass. I mean, that thing is packed with all kinds of information and shooting tips and whatnot. And he even put some downloadable artifacts in there for you to practice dry firing, some targets to practice on. I mean, it's just an immense value on the network, and monthly and annual subscribers have full access to that now. So we're doing that. Oh, and then last but not least, we just did a masterclass on silencers with Michael Kane from Boss Silencers. It's called The Science of Silence. You've never seen anything like this. I mean, you just never have seen anything like this. This is like if you took every review on silencers, every marketing piece of something from silencer companies, and you put it all in one series. I mean, he breaks this down on how they work, how they're built, what the parts do, what the decibels. I mean, it's an insane amount of information that is very valuable. You know, you would really be shocked at how easy it is to actually digest, but then how informed you're going to be when you go to buy your suppressor, your first silencer. It's crazy. So yeah, so we're doing that, man. And we're looking for all types of subject matter experts. Like, so for example, we've already done Pistol One with Joe Farewell. We would be interested in doing another Pistol One with someone else, because there's, you know, people have different ways to teach. People have different concepts and ways that they implement fundamentals. So we're not closing it off to, we already did Pistol One, we're not going to do another version of it. No, we'll do another version. If we see there's value there, we're gonna go for it, because different people, different trainers, different instructors resonate with different people. So we want to make sure that there's an abundance of information out there for every aspect of anything that has to do with firearms and beyond.
So my last pitch for the show is, if you need a subject matter expert on whiskey, You call me.
You know, that's interesting because we just talked about doing not only a whiskey and bourbon masterclass, but also doing a cigar masterclass.
Shit, like I don't care. Just put it in front of me. We'll smoke it and we'll drink it.
I was gonna say I don't know anything about either of them, but I like to smoke and drink. So
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So imagine that, right? So you like to smoke and drink, but you're not necessarily a subject matter expert. How cool would it be to sit down with a stogie and a glass of whiskey or a glass of bourbon and actually learn about something that you're partaking in, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd learn if I'm partaking in bourbon.
It might just all go out in one ear and out the other.
we're gonna have to change the name of the network to ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. All the fun stuff.
Bro. You see, look, we got the limited edition We the Free shirt. We took ATF, we scratched out the A, and we put the W for We the Free instead of ATF.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
what the never mind.
No, We the Free.
So my last caveat to the shooting competition would be you say the slow hanging fruit. So here's my challenge for you.
Okay.
Man, let's just settle it all fair and square.
Mm-hmm.
You got black pines out there.
All right.
I'm sure you have access now. You can get access to sim rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Man, let's just do a good old force on force capture the flag with all these soft guys.
Man, you trying to get obliterated, dog.
No, not me. Let's put
Mikey's like, no, I just want to watch.
Look, he has this great idea. Somebody's gonna suffer. It's not gonna be Mike though.
He's gonna send me.
Like, I'm about to just be J-Tech. Like, yeah, drop it there. No, you put SEALs against Delta.
Mm-hmm.
Capture the flag.
Yeah, that would be sick. That would really, really be sick. And so
you couldn't do Top Shot because they'd kill each other in the house. If you actually came out and said, hey man, this is what it's for, you know, all the sponsorship, all this, man, even get people to sponsor it and put something up for charity. Like all the proceeds are going to charity.
Yeah.
Like it's all fun. You got to get retired guys that aren't going to freaking like go too hard, but you got to go hard enough, dude. People would just consume that to see like who's got it.
Yeah, no, you're right. And we do have an idea for that. We actually have a company that specializes in just that type of thing. And they also have these amazing backdrops and stages like abandoned warehouses and abandoned power plants and even, you know, some neighborhoods, bro. So like we can do it really, really big, and that's how we really like to do it, bro. We really, if we're gonna do all that to bring that to light, it's like, why would you do that small? You're not gonna go grab these guys, you know. You're not gonna go, you know, get this, you know, soft guys and Green Berets and Marine Recon. You're not gonna go grab those guys and bring them in to do something. You know, I love Black Pines; it's an amazing facility, but no, we want this to look like real world type shit. And that's what we would do.
Like Call of Duty.
100%, bro.
But if you did something like that, that would, you know, it could be reoccurring. You could, you know, hey, this guy.
It definitely wouldn't be a one-off.
Yeah, this guy's interested. This guy's interested. All right, put your team together.
Mm-hmm.
Your team together. You put your team together. Hey, this is what it is, and you know, because people
run it like a football bracket.
Well, yeah, but I think about it like Mind Rot, man. You got people that growing up on ESPN, I think it was like on ESPN 7, shit, like they would be paintball.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm not into, I mean, as a teenager, I liked paintball, but like, I'm not into paintball now, but running sim rounds, basically the same thing as paintball, just more painful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, let's watch. Like,
oh no, it would absolutely be must watch TV, bro. Seriously. There's a lot there. There's a lot of opportunity in something like that. And I'm going to just leave it at that because there's some other proprietary stuff that we would love to add in there, because let's just say that literally can turn into an actual sport, right? The actual sport. And you know what else comes with actual sports, right?
Money.
Actual money.
Betting.
Yes.
So, and, you know, and look, I used to be against gambling for a long time, but now I just realized, man, that's a way for people to support and show who they believe in and who they don't, and also make a little cash on the side. So I'm not mad at it no more.
Oh no.
You know, so FanDuel, be ready for the call, man. Be ready for the call.
The sport ain't even created yet. We're already talking about betting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I guess the next question is, was it a goal, or do you feel it is important that the 2A community own their own media platform?
Oh, 100%. You know, so it's just very interesting. And I'm going to just call it what it is. For as long as this has been a thing, because I don't think people really pay attention and understand. Every state and most cities in every state have gun shows.
Mm-hmm.
That's a show totally and solely for the purpose of exposing you to firearms centric marketing, right? Because you can't get it anywhere else, right? You can't get it on TV, and you don't even really get it in regular stores or anything like that. So you go to gun shows, and people go to gun shows in droves by the thousands and all over the continental US. So it's absolutely something that I don't know why it hadn't already existed. With as much money as these manufacturers make, and as much money is circulating within the entire industry, I just don't understand why something like why didn't they solve their own problem? They had a problem with marketing where we can't market on TV. Okay, make TV. Make TV. You know, now I will say that obviously with the advent of technology and social media, a lot of that stuff has really became very robust very quickly over the last decade. Okay, it's been a whole damn decade though. Okay, like legit. So at the end of the day, I just don't. That to us was also low hanging fruit, but I'm not mad at it because it opened the door for us to be able to bring our vision and bring this together in a way that probably not a lot of people could do it. And that's another thing that we've learned throughout this journey is that a lot of these people, agencies, industry, manufacturers, and even like the advocacy groups and all that, like they don't understand TV. They don't understand how to create and leverage media from a fundamental standpoint. So having that as our background, both Shermichael and I, you know, we are literally the subject matter experts because not only are we embedded in the industry and the community, but we also embedded in actual mainstream media. So now we know how to replicate that for our community, for this industry in a way that is going to mirror what is normal to everybody else. So it's a great opportunity, and we're glad that we are able to take advantage of it.
When you say it like that, it's almost like a dumb moment. You know, it's like they caught backlash from mainstream media, so they're like, oh well, where's the low hanging fruit for them? Like, oh, let's go grab these people who are making gun reviews and gun content on social media, and then social media is like, yo, we gotta stop that, and now they're all standing there like, what do we do? What do we do?
I don't know what to do with my hands
with
now.
all the money and all in all of those manufacturers. It's like you guys could have built a broadcasting channel that was just ridiculous in size. So
yeah, no, absolutely, 100%, bro.
Yeah. So last time you were on, we had a discussion about how you enjoy breaking the stereotypes. We discussed that. Since We the Free, what's one stereotype that you've been most proud of dismantling?
The fact that these creators are capable of so much more than what you currently see. Like you just got to be honest. Like, you know, PewView really, I will say PewView, and I'm gonna say PewView because the way he responded to it really let me know we were doing something right. When we went to Iowa to shoot his promo video for his coming show, you know, he was just so excited and ecstatic about the way we set it up, the way we filmed it, And then when he saw the edit, he was like, holy shit, man, this is what I've been wanting to do. And, I talk to Nick all the time, and, he tells me all these ideas he has. And again, these ideas are too ambitious for a YouTube video, for a single guy with a camera to do and edit all on his own. It's going to take production. It's going to take pre-production. It's going to take actual production. It's going to take post-production. So to be able to showcase that these guys, like, people, social media is starting to get a bad rap because of how inundated it is with buffoonery, right? How inundated, how anybody can just pick this thing up and become a viral sensation. Some people, doing some really amazing and informative things, others doing absolute nothingness.
You just got to hot to a spit on that thing.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that the network really shines when it takes a creator that is already, Nick has gone viral for so much of what he does in front of the camera. Jeremy has this amazing and huge and loyal following because of all the things that he showed you that he just does in his normal life. And to be able to take these guys from social media where people already love what they're doing and create something really high value and show that they can raise their own bar and rise to that level of production, I think that's pretty amazing. And I think that's what the creators that are working with us, I think that's what they would probably say that they like the most too. I mean, I'll put it to you like this. When when Guns Out was put on another streaming platform, Warrior Poet Society Network, when we first filmed when we saw that there was value in our origin story, and then we saw how it was produced, and we saw that it was very easy. As long as we were authentic and we told our story exactly the way that it happened, it turns out so beautiful that it inspired us, man. It was like, wow, there has to be more of this that exists, right? And again, because of our backgrounds, it was just a very easy thing to continue to try to fill the void where others have started it but stopped. Well, we don't intend on stopping. We just intend on growing and bringing more people in. And so I think that's it. I think it's the biggest stereotype that we've loved shattering is that there is so much more to these influencers and creators than they a lot of times get credit for. And we're here to bring it to you.
There's a lot of talent out there on YouTube and Instagram. A lot of talent, and a lot of these creators are doing all of it by themselves. Bro. Maybe a spouse or a brother or something that helps them on a camera every now and again, but like they're doing pre-production, all the post and edit all by themselves. And so to be able to back them with a little bit of production help, I imagine is just going to continue to level those types of folks up.
I was going to say, I'd be willing to say though that the human brain is an amazing thing, and not a flex for us, but when we were approached to finally get sponsors and to finally have to do ad reads, the very first time it was, hello, hey, and let me tell you about this. And we recorded these things, and we were like, bro, we freaking killed it. In edit, I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, this is horrible. So the first thing we did was like, all right, cool. Let's get the voiceover. Let's get the movie theater. The inner world. What you gotta do.
That's actually pretty good, Mike. Do that again.
Inner world. But anyway, do
he didn't even add nothing to it.
Do your voiceover, but once you do your voiceover, then the magic is in the camera.
Yes.
So Matt took the time and wrote out a shot list. I took the time, wrote out shot lists. We thought of lighting. We thought of angles. We thought of all the things. And us with zero cinematography experience came up with the ads that are out on our shows now. And everyone that looks at them is like, bro, these are straight up commercials for TV.
Yeah.
Who did you pay to do these? And it's like, we did them ourselves in our garages, in our living room.
My spare bedroom with a ZVE10.
Yeah. They're like, these are really good, but it's how adaptable our brains are. And so, man, money rules everything. And so, it's like when you realize, oh, there's a little pot of gold at the end of this rainbow. Like
Figured the fuck out. Yeah.
Guys figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, just what we're doing, I can imagine like, okay, we're very happy with where we're at.
Yeah.
We're not, you know, we're not willing to be stagnant. We're pushing, but it's the same thing with what you guys are doing. It's like, all right, cool. If we want the same sponsors, which you're grateful for, I know you are, if we want the same sponsors for the same dollars, for the same agreement for the next 5 years, then let's just do what we're doing now. But if we're not happy with that and we want the slightest bit more from them, they want that slightest bit more from you. Yeah. So you can't be complacent. You have to step it up. And also with that, TV, video, man, it's the worst thing ever. I think it was 22 Plinkster the other day. He came out and put out an Instagram post, and I saw it. And you could tell like he wasn't like in his feelings, but you could tell like genuinely concerned. And he was like, guys, what's going on with gun culture and social media? Like everyone's my views are down 25%. Everybody's views are down 25%. Why is that? What's going on? Do y'all just not care anymore? And so many comments were, man, we like what you do, but in this day and age, all you guys are friends. All you guys are regurgitating the same stuff. None of you want to say anything bad about the platform you're holding. And on top of that, every single one of you now, the way that, you know, for those looking behind the curtain, if you've never seen behind there, okay, John and Sherm are creating a new firearm and they're going to drop it August 1st. Well, they sent one to me. They sent one to Matt. They sent one to Jeremy. They sent one to PSR. Yeah. Everybody's got to record and you can't release them. And everybody releases them on release date. So the industry is flooded and everybody's freaking tired of it. They're like, all right, I heard Matt's, I heard PSR's, I heard freaking, why do I want to watch yours, Mike? I've already seen all this stuff. It's going to be the same shit. You're not going to say anything bad because if you do, you're not going to get one next time. And that's what the consumer feels. And so I feel now that social media, as far as gun reviews, they're not dead, but if you want to survive now, you've got to be creative, because the old, hey guys, I'm sitting here with this and man, this thing is great. Let's just go ahead and put 300 rounds down range. I didn't have a problem with it. That shit don't cut it anymore. It don't. And I don't know. I think it's interesting that you're on your own network now. And I know you have sponsors, so you can't just straight trash things. But
we do though, bro.
But I was going to say, but you also have that freedom to say, just because I'm not happy with this platform doesn't mean that we should throw everything out that this company has made. This doesn't work for me. It might work for you, but this ain't it for me. And
so
talk about that.
Yeah. So I think there's a number of different approaches that one could take to continue to do what's already been done, but also be a little different about it. So like, for example, we don't review every gun that comes out, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think we would review any gun that we ourselves, Shermichael and I, would not consider buying, right? I mean, people have reached out to us to review certain guns and certain products, and we've gracefully declined because we just kind of know that, I'm probably not going to have much good to say about this firearm. So it's like, to spare the trashing of something, we just probably won't say anything at all about it. Now, as it pertains to our sponsors and guns that we do like and do consider patronizing, purchasing, whatever you want to call it, even those, I mean, bro, like I own every Staccato, but I just did an entire series on which Staccato is right for you. And I made certain to say the things that I didn't like about certain iterations of the Staccatos, right? Like, I hate that they changed the magazines. Like, I loved when the V2 lineup, you could put every magazine in every gun, no matter the size of the gun. Yeah. Now you can't do that with every single gun. And so I don't like that. So I stated that I didn't like it. Kimber, I did reviews on the Mako 7 and the Carbon Compact. You know, there was things that I loved about the guns. There was things that I hated about the guns, like the holster that they sent with it was trash can. I was like, when you get this gun, if it comes with this holster, you take this holster and you throw it away. Don't even use it. Don't even put the gun in it. Not even unload it. That shit is trash. You know, and it just is what it is. So we're definitely truthful about the things that we talk about and showcase on our channel. And I think that it's kind of like one of those things where you got to like ride this line of being very candid, but also, you know, having a little bit of polish and knowing exactly, you know, what to say and showcase that people want to know. Because some people want to just come and they want to see the specs. They want to see what the gun specs are. They want to see the beautiful B-roll of the gun. They want to see it up close and personal if they can't get out to a gun store and just actually hold one in their hand or something like that. So there's always going to be value in that. But to your point, when everybody's now doing it because you got to level up, it's all these rules to social media now. You got to have a hook in the first 30 seconds. You got to do this and you got to do that and make sure this setting is on and all this other crazy shit. It's just like, yeah, man, it's becoming a very saturated place. So again, I think the next iteration, the evolution of that is what we're doing on our network, where we're really bringing larger than life ideas, concepts, people, experiences to your television screen, to your smart device and things like that. And, you know, again, this is human evolution. This is human nature. We run everything into the fucking ground, bro. Let's just call it what it is. We run. Oh, that's cool. Let's do it all the time now. You know, and so that's just the nature of the beast, and it's going to continue to be that. And now with AI, holy shit, man! Like people are going to be able to do so many crazy and amazing things. And that's the other thing about our network is that on regular social media, it's definitely going to be hard to know what's real and what's not, bro.
Already is.
Like it already is. So on our network, you don't have to worry about that, bro. You're not getting marketed to on our network. You're getting informed. You're getting informed from the horse's mouth, from the manufacturer, from the creator that is endorsing or just informing about a product, a service, an experience. You're getting to see it through somebody's eyes for the first time, regular people, our subscribers. So everything about what we're doing on the network is going to keep alive the human aspect about media and production. So you won't be fooled by AI and you don't have to worry about all of that. Now, of course, we're going to leverage AI to bring to life some larger than life ideas, but that's about it. It's not going to be, you're going to be marketed to by some person that ain't even a real person. No, because that takes all the fun out of it, man. Think about it. Think about it. You watch movies and shit and you like in your mind, you're like, oh my God, if I could only meet that person one day. Well, you can actually meet the stars of the network. Right. You'll actually be able to meet them at events like Guns Out Range Day. And soon, you know, we're looking to translate into a We the Free event at some point, right? That's going to be like of Coachella scale, where it's just going to be nothing but manufacturers, nothing but content creators and stars of the network and competitions and award shows and all types of stuff, man. So, you know, I think that we're trying to usher in an era that really creates a cohesive industry and community. It's very compartmentalized. It was very compartmentalized for the first years that we came in, and it's not necessarily changing at the speed of which it could, at a speed at which it would really benefit the community. So we're going to take it upon ourselves to try to expedite that. And we get to do it in our own ecosystem. We're creating our own ecosystem. You know, we're, like you said, on all the streaming platforms, like the AI said, all of the mobile apps, you can watch it on TV, all the big time stuff, man. So we're trying to really make our own mainstream lane for firearms and the firearms community.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing, John. And I think you guys are killing it. You're a guy who you're always out there. Everywhere we go, like we bump into John Keys and he's working. He's always working. He's never just sitting in a chair.
Boring.
Never just sitting in a chair doing nothing. But I mean, you said that the culture isn't changing as fast as it could, but I think that there's I mean, just in my little amount of time, the few years I've been out here trying to work in the Second Amendment community, the firearms community, there has been change. So like what types, how do you see culture changing around you right now? especially in younger or more culturally diverse audiences?
I mean, shit, bro. We already talked about one of the main and most obvious examples of that with PSR and his content, right? So one of the very obvious missions of Guns Out that was stated very unapologetically early on was that we wanted to be very positive representation for the minority community as it pertained to firearms. And we still do, obviously. That's never going to change. However, what we realized is that our following, our audience, people that came to our events, people that, you know, saw us out in public and greeted us and was happy to meet us and all these other different things, it wasn't just Black people. It wasn't just like, you know, minority people. It was everybody. It was every type of old, young, bearded, not bearded, you know, LGBTQ, I mean, whatever. It was everybody, you know, because our content is very approachable, authentic, and it was just bringing you along on our journey. We weren't posturing in any way, right? And I think that PSR represents the growth behind that. I think he represents, you know, that you don't always have to do the same thing the same way and be successful. There's always people out there that you are going to resonate with. And I do see that change. I see that change a lot. I see a lot of younger creators coming out and they're doing some really cool things on some smaller channels. Like these guys out in Atlanta called Gorillas in the Mist. One of my good friends, Jaylani Moore, man, like Jaylani and Gorillas in the Mist, man. I watched some of their content. And I'm like, man, that's pretty damn cool, bro. It's like a lot of substance. You know, you got GHG Hustle out in Texas with Chris TV and Rambo J, and you know, there's all these different people that have all these different approaches to the content, and I think that it's gotten a lot more colorful over the last 5 years, without question. It's gotten a lot more colorful, and people have their own spin on how they show you they practice their Second Amendment rights and how they showcase what the industry is made of and what it means to them.
Yeah. So, do you, with all of the different backgrounds, all the diversity, do you think that storytelling plays a huge part in changing hearts and minds? And as a broad stroke community, how does everybody do better?
Man, that's a great question. And you hit on something with the storytelling. And that's the other part of our network, is that
Outcast said it best, baby. The art of storytelling.
The art of storytelling, bro. And everybody has a story. There's a story behind everything. There's a story behind why 2011 exists. There's a story behind why different triggers exist in the different guns. There's a story behind why there's optics on firearms now. There's all these stories. There's stories behind, you know, why concealed carry ever became a thing. There's all these stories out there, and there's the stories are different from person to person. That's the even crazier part. Like, there's like an overarching story about why something exists, but then there's a story why it exists in this person's purview, why it exists in this person's life, why this person is doing something, or whatever the case may be. So there's all these different stories out there to tell. So that's what makes it so fun to produce those things. And you're right. Stories is what changes hearts and minds. It is exactly what changes hearts and minds, because it can be something that is completely non-related to firearms that makes somebody a fan of somebody that's doing stuff with firearms. And it's them opening up about those things. It's those ties that bind us, those relative moments, those, where did you grow up? You know, what state are you from? What's your ethnic background? How are you raised? What school did you go to? It's all these different things that make people be interested in other people, right? So yeah, stories will always be a very strong driving force in what changes people's minds about things. I mean, and you know, that's where news, in my personal opinion, man, has just become so volatile lately, because it's like, it's not telling stories from all viewpoints, in my personal opinion. I feel like every platform has their very specific viewpoint that they lean in on extra hard. So you're creating sales and you're creating a divisive environment as it pertains to how the news impacts everyday Americans. And it's just, I think that's something that really needs to change. And I don't necessarily know how to change it, bro. I'm not a political guy. I hate politics, to be honest with you, man. I have a whole bunch of my own conspiracy theories about that shit that we could get into at some point. But like, I'm just like, for me, I think that common sense rules overall. And I think that if more common sense is implemented in a lot of different things as it pertains to mainstream media, I think that we'd have a much more non-biased idea or purview of what's actually going on out there.
Yeah, well, we could definitely have that conversation, but
that's a whole nother show.
Somebody's not here to peel back that onion, so I guess
I know. And how long does it take you to go from Home Depot to wherever you're going? Well, this guy. Anyway,
again, foul ball, left field.
I know we still. Man, come on, Sherm.
He's still hanging.
Yeah, come on. But yeah, man. Now this is great though. Like, and these are the types of conversations that need to be had. These are the types of conversations and the types of questions that need to be had, man. And you know, I'm gonna commend you guys from the first time that I saw Whiskey and Windage, from the first time I was on Whiskey and Windage to now. You guys, it wasn't a shit show, but you see the growth. You can see the growth. It's very clear and apparent, man, and it's really cool to see. And you know, I'm gonna do something here that you probably didn't expect me to do, but I would love to invite Whiskey and Windage to join We the Free. We would love to create a content channel for you guys. And house whatever content you want to send us, right? I mean, if you want to do things specifically for the network, that would be awesome. It's another, you know, distribution platform for you guys. If you want to do exactly what you're doing on YouTube, that's cool too. If you want to have like certain segments that you know won't fly on YouTube, or the things that you got to take out because you know of the repercussions, leave that shit in, bro. Send it to us and we'll put it on your content channel on We the Free. So that is a formal invite to Whiskey and Windage to join We the Free.
Shit, more work.
No, what he meant to say was thank you, John.
That's it. There you go, Matt. Well, that's the benefit of two guys, because one guy can say what he really means and the other guy can clean it up.
He gets my back sometimes, though. He bails me out.
But I'm gonna segue that, because with everything we do, there comes criticism. So since your inception at Guns Out and now venturing off, you know the haters are there. The easy answer and the PC answer is, I just don't listen to it. But I'm gonna be honest. Be real with us. How do you handle the criticism about you guys or what you're trying to do coming from within our own 2A community? Because it's a slippery slope that we navigate. How do you guys handle that?
Another good question, man. Holy shit. I mean, Mike, you done leveled up your interviewing skills. And, you know, we talked about this too. We talked about this on the phone, that you were like trying to find how to level up your interviewing skills. And God be damn if you did that shit, bro. So good on you for that.
Shout out, Grok.
Well, somebody's got to be the news professional here, since no one's here.
Oh shit!
I'm not even going to unpack that. But to answer your question, how do we deal with the hate or criticism? You know, it's unfortunate that it has to even exist in the first place. Number one, but number two, I don't have an ego, bro, and it's very interesting because I think people, just by looking at me, think that I have an ego. I don't have an ego at all, bro. Like, you can tell me exactly what you feel about me to my face or whatever. And for real, the worst thing that could happen is I just won't even respond. Right. And that's not to say that, like, I didn't hear it or it didn't strike a nerve or whatever the case may be. But me personally, I just do a really good job of unpacking perspective. God's gift is perspective. People feel the way they feel about certain things for very specific reasons. And a lot of times people don't even know why they feel that way. That shit could be trauma from somebody else, has nothing to do with you. That shit could be because they had a bad day at work. Everybody's a keyboard warrior now, all types of shit, right? So it's like, why would I spend any type of time, because time is the most valuable commodity I have right now, why would I spend that going back and forth with somebody about something, and again, I process it. I think about it. And sometimes I'll think about it, a couple of different times because, a lot of times I'm very curious. I'm like, why would this person say some shit like that? Or why would this person feel like how, how do they get that from that? Or how do they draw that conclusion? I'm always very curious about what goes through people's minds when they're spewing hate or when they're disagreeing with me. And I mean, let's unpack it further. It doesn't always have to be hate. It could just be a disagreement. It could just be that they do not understand where you're coming from or they do not agree with what you're saying. And so again, why is that? I'm very curious to understand it. Now, where it gets interesting is when it's confronted or it's asked to debate about or asked to be explained, and the person, the entity, whoever cannot explain. They cannot articulate. It's just because I'm mad. That's just stupid.
Yeah,
that's just dumb. That's just dumb as hell.
That's us. How I typically, I can't speak for Matt, how I typically handle the hate. Matt gets hated on way more than me. Yeah. But how
I think it's the guy. It's the glasses.
I put myself out there like that though. So I take it.
But I look at it like, I don't know, man. It sounds cliche, but it's like, none of us know the right road to success. We all have a roadmap that we have designed. Mm-hmm. But I could go down to hell. I'm not going about politics, but damn, Elon Musk, like homeboy wants to put people living on Mars. Mm-hmm. Bro, I've got 10,000 reasons why I want to ask him, are you stupid? But none of them would probably hold any amount of water if I actually talked to him. So it's like, hey man, that dude has a goal. That dude has his eyes on his prize. I'm just going to let him go. And man, I hope he does it. And that's how I treat it with like, hey man, I've got my roadmap. I've got my goal. This is what I'm shooting for.
That part.
And if I miss, I'm going to be the first one to stand up and say, yo, I missed. My bad.
So that's important, what you just said. It's your roadmap and your goal. I am a firm believer that if you're a purpose-driven individual, you're not going to have time to try to rationalize what somebody else is doing. At a minimum, until it impacts you, right? It's like when what somebody else is doing impacts you, then at that point, now you have absolute reason to give a shit about it, right? If it's not impacting you, then you don't have to feel no type of way about it, to be honest, but that mindset is only going to come from if you're living in your purpose. Because when you are living in your purpose, man, every day that you wake up, every moment you're taking a breath, you're thinking about how to further realize your purpose. What is the next iteration of that purpose? And then once you're walking in your purpose long enough, it's like then you start to want to help other people realize what their purpose is. Because if more people were purpose driven, if more people really walked in what their purpose was in this world, bro, we'd have such a much more fulfilled population, bro. Like people wouldn't be having time to hate on other people. Everybody would be really hard up on trying to be as purposeful and living in that purpose as humanly possible because it's so fulfilling. You don't even have time for bad vibes because you're masterminding all the time and you're living in the moment and you're experiencing what you're here for. Now, I'm gonna say something very, very interesting here. And I'm a guy, I believe in manifestation. I believe in, energy, vibrations. I believe in all of these things. And I don't push this on a lot of people in a lot of different ways because there's, you sound, I'm going to be honest with you. You sound crazy to people that's not on that same wavelength. So I don't even go there. But I'm going to say something. And I think this might trigger some thought in some people's mind.
Ooh, I'm ready.
So when you think about the zodiac, and you think about numerology, And I don't know if you've ever done it before where you looked up, you know, what your name means or your name and your birth date or whatever the case may be. All of these personality traits are predetermined by your name, by your birth date, when you were born, where you were born, all these things. It's already predetermined, right? Sometimes it's spot on. Other times it's totally not spot on. However, for those instances where it's spot on, right? You might want to ask the person, hey, how were you raised? Where were you? How was your upbringing, and what did your parents believe in, and things like that? Because I personally, when I always read things about me in numerology and astrology and things like that, man, that should be spot on. I did this one thing, and it gave me a reading of you know, where I've been and where I'm going and what my purpose is. And bro, the shit was spot on. It was so scary. It was like, I was like, holy shit, like, have these people followed me in my lifetime? Because I don't know. For me, I've always been I've been an individual. I've never been a trend follower. I won't even say a trend setter. I just did what I wanted to do. I did what made me feel good, what fulfilled me. Because I mean, bro, I won't even sit here in front. It's like, I grew up in a small town. There wasn't a lot going on, and I didn't resonate with a lot of people. I thought bigger than a lot of people that were there, so I didn't have a lot of friends. So I was in my bubble, bro. And I left home at 17, joined the Marine Corps. I was there for 12 years, and I met people from all over the world, traveled all over the world. And I just realized that there's so much that you can do if you just start here. You start with what's in here and then back it up with what's in here, right? Yeah. And so I'm just saying that if these things are predetermined, right? If these things in astrology and numerology are predetermined about you and who you are or who you're supposed to be, if that shit is way off, you may want to look at how you were raised. You may want to look at the people that's been around you and influencing you, and if you let them influence you your whole life. Because I truly believe that when you are birthed here, when you arrive in this world, in this reality, I do think you're here for a very specific purpose. And I think that your body has certain capabilities that other people don't. I think that your mind has certain capabilities that other people don't. And what happens? Humans influence that shit. Your parents, your family, your friends, your teachers, your co-workers, your bosses. You got all these influences changing or trying to change what you are naturally supposed to be here to do. Yeah. So that's my spiel on that. I just think that people should be comfortable with what feels right to them and what resonates with them on the deepest level. One of my friends a long time ago told me something that was so profound, I never forgot it. My buddy John Haynes, he told me, he said, you need to do what the little, most vulnerable version of you wants to do. The version of you that is all the way in the back of the room, that's kind of like wanting to raise his hand but can't, but really wants to do something. Whatever feels right to that guy is probably what you should be doing unapologetically. And it resonated with me so much that I really just started following my gut more, following my intuition more, and being very passionate about the things that I really believe in. And it served me abundantly over the last decade. Abundantly.
That's something that you've always said, and I've realized that since the first moment I actually had a conversation with you. A repeating phrase or a common buzzword that always comes out of your mouth is serve. Whether it's you're serving someone or something is serving you. You wear that like a badge, and you should, because that's what humanity is about. Mm-hmm. It's about service to others, mm-hmm. and others' service unto you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what puts our community and humanity in general. That's what's key to and detrimental to survival. Mm-hmm. Someone told me, old timer, a long time ago, told me, when I first started businesses and I was chasing money and doing everything I had to do. And first guy told me, he sat down and said, none of this stuff means anything. The most valuable currency you have is your mind, because the moment you stop learning, that's your value.
Yeah.
And so I have made it a point to, I mean, like, I'm learning how to like do stuff that, like, I'm a contractor by trade. I build houses, I build things, and I'm learning how to video. I'm learning how to podcast. I'm learning how to, I've always loved guns. I've learned how to shoot. It's like, oh, hey, like, something's broke. Let's go fix it. Have you ever done it? No, I've never done it. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's a constant evolution of my psyche and my body, because I never want to stop learning. Because what happens to a lot of people when they get older is you've worked your ass off. You've made a pile of money. You're ready to retire. You're ready to live your best life. You're gone in 5 years after retirement because you no longer have purpose. You no longer have anything to do. So I've always made it a point that I don't know. I mean, I'm a workaholic, so but I can't guarantee that I will work until the day I die, whether it's voluntarily or not. But what I can say is that my brain will never stop working. I will always try to learn, and I will always try to figure out the next thing, because I mean, that's my key. That is my personal key to health and happiness, is always growth. And that's interesting. And so I wanted to ask you, what we asked you this. God, it's so fun. We asked you this last year when you were on, and I am a long-term planner. I'm a 5-year planner, whether you hit it or not. If you don't even aim for the board, you never hit. So I asked you last year, and you had some ideas, and now looking ahead, what's the long-term or the 5-year vision for We the Free? I know you've thought about it. You wouldn't be doing it if you didn't. I know you.
Yeah. No, oh man, it's robust. It's robust. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it has a lot of potential, and without endless budget, it's hard to realize all of that up front, but then that also takes the fun out of pushing growth. So we have a lot of ambitious ideas for We the Free. We have one that is coming to fruition a lot sooner and a lot faster than we both, Sherm and I, probably really thought. And I got to give my man his flowers. Like Sherm, he spearheaded this specific innovation, and it's a separate innovation from We the Free, but it's going to add tremendous value to We the Free. And so I think that to answer your question without putting out any proprietary stuff, I think that our 5-year plan. First off, Sherm and I, while we are amazing business partners, we have really become best friends in this journey because we're both of a no quit mindset, bro. Like what is quit? Like, quit is when you lose. That's the only time you lose, is when you quit. Thanks. So with that no quit mindset, and with the ability that we both have to just rise to the occasion, show up under pressure, and just keep things moving. Yeah, we have a lot of ideas, bro. A lot of ideas and a lot of capabilities through our network and through people that believe in us and people who trust us. And yeah, so as soon as we started standing up the network, there was another thing that was very important that could lend a lot of value to the network. So we started to work on that a little bit in tandem. Then we had to slow it down a little bit because we had to focus just on the network. And now we're coming out of that, and we're heading deep into our first major marketing push for the network. So then once we get on the other side of that, I think we're going to really kind of put some more attention to this other thing that we're working on. It's just going to be a game changer for the network and beyond. But I think that to kind of state the obvious, not so obvious, is that we want an ecosystem. That's what We the Free is meant to be. It's meant to be an ecosystem of content, community, and experiences, right? So with that, it's like, we're doing the same model we did with Guns Out. We did the content on Guns Out, and now we have Guns Out Range Day. The next iteration of We the Free is going to be events and sponsored experiences with We the Free for the subscribers. And and then on the other side of that is going to be, I mean, man, I really just want to be careful here because I don't want to tip off anybody else that might not even be on their radar. But just to give you just a sneak peek, it's like when you think of an ecosystem, it's multiple things that all lend to each other that adds value in everything that's under the umbrella, right? So I said in our most recent video on YouTube, the more tapped in you are with us at Guns Out, because it's a Guns Out episode, the more tapped in you are with Guns Out, the better your experience is going to be with Guns Out, right? So if you watch our content, if you follow us on social, if you come to our events, you won't miss any opportunity. And we're always about bringing opportunity to the community, right? So that's what we're trying to build. And we're continuously trying to add value and create that ecosystem to where it's kind of like a one-stop shop. It's like, if you believe in this, if you believe in that, if you want to experience this, if you want to try that, if you want trusted sources, if you want to be tapped in with the people that like the same things that you like type stuff, like that's the safe space. We want to create that all-encompassing safe space for that. And we're currently doing things to put that into play.
I think 5 years is kind of a strange timeline when you're in year one, because it's like the obvious answer is like, well, yeah, I want to be huge in 5 years, but this isn't your first adventure down a similar path, and so it's hard to be. Most people are going to underestimate what they can do in 5 years and overestimate what they can do in 1 year. And so it's like,
well said, Matt.
Where is the healthy balance in that? And
man, very well said, Matt. I like the way you phrase that, and you couldn't be more right. So to kind of piggyback off that and to validate what you're saying. In year one of Guns Out, I remember this so very clear. Sure. So me and Shermichael, before we started Guns Out, we both worked for a broadcast media company. He was the director of communications. I was the director of operations. And we were, throwing some things against the wall on how we want to approach Guns Out and what it can actually be. And, the way Sherm thinks is like, what is the value proposition right now?
Yes.
The way that I think is what can this be at its largest form? And so working together with Sherm, now we have a pretty healthy balance where we both can do both. We both can see value proposition now, and we both can see what this could potentially be. Yep. And so from the first conversation we had where it's like, bro, we said we wanted to do a range day in year one before we probably shot our first video. We were like, bro, how cool would it be? And we hadn't even been to like a range day yet, but we knew they existed and we saw videos. And so we were like, man, that would be cool. And we were like, yeah, man, Guns Out range day. That sounds so cool, right? And we wrote that on the whiteboard. And then Sherm had this crazy idea, which is still not off the table, but he was like, dude, what if we could buy an island? And what if we could have Guns Out Island? And when people see,
I had to say it.
Damn,
you can't say stuff in front of Mike.
If
you open the door, he'll walk through it.
Oh no, he's gonna slide through that thing, dog. He's gonna slide through that thing.
What y'all doing?
Hey man, for real. That was funny. But yeah, he's like, yeah, man, what if you do Guns Out Island where we could charter private flights and everybody could fly with their guns and come on the island and everybody could open carry and we could just, and then there'd be all these different, opportunities to shoot and train and do all this stuff. And, now obviously that's very grandiose, right? But when you set the ceiling so high, bro, if you get like however close you get to that, it's like you're not limiting yourself. When your ceiling is so far up, anything you do is going to bring you like probably higher than most people that are just thinking about, I just want to make content,
That's interesting you say that, because when we started our show, it was like, hey, what do we want to be? And I always roll with the mentality of, I want to be bigger than Rogan. Or you look at the deck that's stacked against you. Mm-hmm. You know what you don't even know what that would take to get there. But
no, you don't.
Put it out. But the reason I run that way is because if Rogan is the bullseye, if I hit the board, it's gonna be successful.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
bro.
you gotta like, it's the old aim small, miss small. It's, you gotta dream big, and the odds of you fulfilling your dream 100%. I mean, that's not up to you. It's up to, the work you put in. But if you put in 80% of the work, you're going to get 80% there. You put 70%, you're 70% there. But anything is going to be better than where you were. And watching that growth is, I don't know, it's definitely interesting, and it's motivating. Now, human nature, I'm sure you're the same way. You've learned to limit yourself, but with human nature, it's, when you first start a channel, you're looking at it. Oh man, I gained 5 followers today. Applause. Everybody stand up. We're going out to dinner. We got 5 followers.
Mm-hmm.
After a year of that, you're looking and you're like, oh man, I got 5 followers. And you look at today and you look at it and you're like, man, I'm not happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Two sides of that.
Mm-hmm.
One side is if you do the same thing, you're going to get the same result. But also the second side is stop and take a minute, because that's 5 more than you had yesterday.
Yeah.
And, success doesn't happen all of the time overnight. It's a rare percentage. Most of the time, success is incremental. So that 5 followers, or that 10 more views, or that one extra video that, helped you out here, or that one extra interview, all of that stuff compounds. And so as creators, I'm sure you do this, but you're also so hyper focused. My advice to all creators that are starting out is take time to celebrate those little victories, because a 1% increase is a 1% increase.
Yeah.
It's not a decrease, and you're not stagnant.
Yeah.
So as long as you're trending right, you're doing something. Now, can you fine tune it to adjust the increment that you're jumping? For sure. But you have to take pride in that, because if people didn't like what you did, you wouldn't grow at all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just a tough thing that I always battle with myself. I want that instant gratification, but I know it's not going to be there. There are those cases, that one video you wake up and it's got 10 million views the next morning, but those rarely happen. So you have to put that out of your mind and say, I just gotta,
Grind it.
I gotta at least stay par for this course. I gotta at least put out what I've been putting out, and I should return what I'm getting. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Man, it's an interesting perspective, and it resonates with me because, again, like, we're not a large channel, bro. Like, we're a little over 50,000 subs. But even with, in comparison to some of these mega creators out there, and even that's in a specific perspective, right? Because, like,
Right.
when you look at, in the gun space, somebody has like 3 million subs, right? Okay, but you got people out here with 50 million subs and 100 million subs and 300 million subs, because they make very generic content that speaks to, like, even more of everybody in the entire world, right? So there's levels to everything.
Yes.
That's number one. You always got to remember there's levels to everything. Number two, if you are focused on the service, then the service will fulfill, and everything else that comes after that fulfillment is such a bonus. And it's like fuel injection. It's like rocket fuel. It's really just that added bonus that you need. And I mean, perfect example is, like, bro, we didn't make content for 2 months because we were working on the network. And even the content that we were releasing at the beginning of the network, that was like stuff we had in the can. We had months of content in the can that we were just slow dripping out, because we were like, we know we can't do it right now, so we need to, slowly release this stuff. But then we ran out. We ran out of stuff, and so we just started going back out and making content. And the first video back, I mean, yeah, it shows. Algorithm don't know who we are. People are like, man, we thought you guys got kicked off of YouTube, but the feedback, though, the feedback is like, everybody's so happy that we're back. And, you know, even though it's not thousands of comments, it doesn't matter. It's like they're all there and they support, and we are impacting them. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. You just look at the work you're doing, the good that you're doing, and then before you know it, the volume is going to come. The volume is just waiting to come. And for whatever reason, it hasn't yet. And it's definitely for whatever that reason is. And then when that reason has run its course, then you're going to explode. And I'm here for it. I'm here for every step of the way. So I'm not a believer in you have to be an overnight success or you need to give it up, or, you know, I mean, bro, when you even look at Mr. Beast's timeline, bro, that man was making content for over a decade before he blew the fuck up, bro.
Long time.
You know what I'm saying? That's a long damn time.
I mean, you look at it like in our space, Rogan was doing podcasts pre 2010.
Yeah.
You don't end up with episode 2,300 something
for real
overnight. I mean,
right.
And I also say with you guys talking about starting after COVID, if you didn't start if your channel started post 2018, you're fighting social media.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Point, if you have made it to 5,000 subs all natural, pat yourself on the back. If you've made it to 10, you're grinding hard. If you've made it to 20 now, I hate to say it because I don't want to discount all those guys with all those major followings because they busted their ass. 20 now, in my eyes, and someone could, you know, make me change my mind, but 20 now is 75 in 2018.
Yeah.
It's just, unfortunately, the odds of, you know, and you saying, oh, we got a little channel, it's only 50,000. Like, bro, that's post-COVID. Those numbers, that ain't no slouch. Like, that's real shit. Like, you guys earned every one of those. And there were people that started right beside you guys doing the same thing, and they didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I don't judge us by followers anymore. I judge us by, you know, our hours and our engagements, because unfortunately in this day and age, and I mean, and I know you haven't done this, but I mean, like I had a potential sponsor come to us and say, man, we'd really like to work with you, but we really need your Instagram following to be at 20,000. And I just laughed and was like, you still go off of followers on IG? And they were like, absolutely. I was like, I sent them a DM. I was like, bro, I can buy 20,000 followers for $14.
Touche.
So if that's what you're going for, let's have this phone call tomorrow, because I'm about to put $15 on my card.
You know what I'm saying?
They just shut up. Like,
hey, dog.
If you don't like us, that's fine.
Yeah.
You don't like us, and I'll just use it for fuel. But don't sweet talk me and tell me, oh, keep working. Like, no, either we're your people or we're not.
Yeah. No, it's very true. And you know, I got to be honest. Like I said, you know, we don't have this mega following that everybody else has, but the industry has been very receptive to the work that we're doing, and that's another piece of fuel that has kept us going, is that like the industry has been very receptive to the work that we're doing. Even the people that don't rock with us, like the people that really rock with us, even those people, right? Even them, they're like, man, we love what you guys do, man. Keep doing your thing. You know, they might not be a sponsor, they may have never contributed or whatever, but at a minimum, they acknowledge, right? So again, it's just to me, it's more about the mission, man. If your mission is right, then that's all that really matters, you know?
John, I want to ask, because obviously, I mean, in the first interview, we talked to just you, that you explained like this big change, your big jump into like, I'm going to create at least firearms related media. That was, it's pretty new as of like COVID time. 5 years is fair, maybe 5-6 years. So outside of We the Free, outside of Guns Out TV, like what is the legacy that John Keys hopes to leave on the industry and the 2A media space?
I honestly want to be known as a builder, because that is what I am at my core. again, I'm not saying that I'm a trendsetter, but I'm definitely standing on business that I don't follow trends like that. I actually think I have a problem with following trends. I think that when I see a bunch of people doing some shit, I really be like, it's like one of those things like everybody's going over there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But like I definitely want to be known as a builder because I enjoy doing just that. I enjoy creating, period. I enjoy creating. I enjoy creating experiences, creating media, creating stories, creating ideas, creating groups and organizations. There's always opportunity. There's always opportunity. There's always opportunity for something that you're doing to impact something that I'm doing, and something that I'm doing to impact something that he's doing, and something that she's doing to impact something that you're doing that is then going to impact what I'm doing. And it's like with all of those synergies, there's so many opportunities to build new things. And that's what is just exciting to me. And as crazy as it sounds, as loyal as the firearms community is, there's still so much money left on the table. There's still so much opportunity left on the table. There's still so much great experiences left on the table. There's just there is literally an abundance of everything still on the table. And it's solely by nature of all the different entities that exist. Right?
You hit the nail on the head, because when we first started out, it was, what's our goal for the first year? It was like, man, hell, if we could just get somebody to send us a gun, that'd be cool as shit. There are a lot of people. I mean, that happened in like the first few months, but it's like, there are a lot of people who that's end game.
Oh, bro. Oh, listen,
guys, if that's end game, like, raise your bar or just don't do this, because you're wasting your time. Because that part, I don't want to say it comes easy, because it comes with a lot of damn work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a byproduct.
If that's your end game, that's the byproduct. You said it right. There's so much money in this industry that I'm not saying take advantage, but at the same time, look around and find your niche, because there is so much that our industry is still not doing. You'll have to find that. You'll have to find it, but there's no free shout outs on that, but there's so much stuff. And if you don't have the financial backing right now to complete that, don't stop searching for those other ones, because there are some things this industry is lacking that don't cost a thing.
Bro, 100%.
If you just do it, things will start coming to you. Money will come to you, but you have to find those things. And one thing I really want to plug, because I know it's important to you, and it's not about making money on this, even though I was just talking about it. I'm just segueing horribly. I would be remiss if we did not actually give you a platform, and I need the reel anyway, because it's going to be the first reel on Monday. You already heard me do my movie theater in a world. So I need you to give me, man, talk about the Guns Out TV range day.
Ooh.
The big plug.
So it's gonna be like in Virginia.
Big plug. In Virginia, 2025.
Big plug.
Experience.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nah, man. Listen.
A big plug.
So I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you so much. But yeah, man, this range day is going to be the biggest one yet. I remember range day 2022, we splashed so big that we did not know if we could ever come back because we brought out Terran Tactical. We had our first ever indoor steel shoot with Terran Tactical, and we had a bunch of influencers and creators come through, and we podcasted all day, and we gave away so many guns, and it was like, holy shit, how are we going to do this?
We didn't even get a
year
every day.
We didn't even exist yet, Mike.
Yeah, exactly, man. You better get your mans. You better get your mans, man.
I'm still hating,
dude.
Yeah, man. So yeah. After the first range day, we made it a point the next year to not rely on a headliner because we were honestly afraid that the crowd came because we had Taryn there, and we love Taryn. Taryn's awesome. He's great at everything that he does.
Oh, yeah.
And we just we were like, man, we hope this is still going to go because we're not going to bring Taryn back in the next year. So then the next year, when the numbers increased, when the patronage increased, we were like, holy shit, they really like us. They like this. It wasn't all the stuff, you know? So then we just put on more of a creative hat and shout out to XCal, bro. XCal holding us down, bro. Jason, the Brown family, all those guys over there, Bruce, and the whole entire staff at XCal. Man, look, I think they like range day and they work it. They work range day. I think they might like it more than the people that go to range day every year. They're like, man, what's happening at range day this year? John, what shoes are you wearing to range day? Because that's a whole thing. Like my shoes and my shirt.
John has a nice shoe collection.
Trust me, I know. I'm coming for you.
My ensemble. You're not gonna see me, dog. I'm gonna shut that down right now. You're not gonna see me, dog. And I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna drive that nail into the coffin at this range day right here, bro. As it pertains, because I'm not like the average sneakerhead. I'm not like I just collect shoes that come out. No, I collect shoes that are either rare or that I love and must have. And the ones that I got that I'm rocking at range day, bro, I don't know that you've ever seen these in the wild. You might not have ever seen a picture of them, bro.
Don't make Mikey bring his heat out, dude.
Mike, bring your best. Mike, bring your best, bro. Bring your best. Come on, bring your best. I'm ready. I'll take all smoke. I'm going to take all smoke. I even told Jeremy, his name is What the Kicks. I told Jeremy, I was like, Jeremy, bring your best, bro. Bring your best. Because this range day right here, because this is the red carpet range day right here, bro. There's a red carpet and you're going to be interviewed on the red carpet. What are you wearing today, Mike? Tell us about your ensemble. How about that?
But Jeremy's shoes are accented because like you get to see the whole shoe. Like my man don't wear pants. Like,
he doesn't wear pants.
But like you get to see the inside.
Hey man, look, he will admit to it. He will admit to it.
Shorts only.
Yeah, he will admit to it, bro. Jeremy.
That's why he does it.
Yeah, no, facts.
Let me show all this shoe.
Like, I need you to see all the shoe and everything connected to it. Yo, no, but yeah. So anyway, back to range day. So, bro, range day, it takes on a life of its own, and it's been doing that since year one. And what I mean by that is literally first off, this is the first year that we are completely sold out of, like, we can't take any more vendors, bro. We can't. Like, and that's saying something because we've had different vendors every year. And usually, like, we'll even take a couple vendors right a couple weeks before. No, bro, we are like more than a month out, sold out, bro. No more spots. Okay, sorry, not sorry. You know, and that's awesome. But then even more than that, man, people hit my phone all the time. Hey, John, we got this great idea. We want to bring this to range day. Bring it. Let's go. Bring it. You know, and this, man, look, first year we did VIP at Black Pines, VIP day at the range. We did 15 tickets. We sold 15 tickets to VIP day. And we did that because we didn't want to overbook ourselves. We didn't want to take on too much responsibility too fast. But we nailed it. It came out absolutely tremendous. And they were like, dude, we're going to sign up again. We opened it up to 50 people. Bro, we only got 6 tickets left. Okay. And the majority of people that bought were the people that came last year. Okay. And so I'm just telling you right now, if you don't have a VIP ticket and you think you come in the VIP day at the range, you may want to go ahead and cop that ticket ASAP, because Black Pines, an amazing property. We just did our comeback video. John and Sherma back. We gave you a tour of Black Pines, and that did the property, you know, no justice in terms of what we can facilitate on that property. Mm-hmm. It's almost no limit, bro. And again, like there's some really exciting things that we're going to be marketing over the next couple of weeks that are going to happen at VIP Day at the Range. We're doing a special raffle for VIPs only, the VIP Friday. We're going to have a special firearm and a special one-of-one Guns Out Letterman. Last year we rocked, this year at SHOT Show, we rocked our blackout Guns Out Lettermans. And I mean, everybody wanted those things. It was like, bro, I will go on the site right now and buy it. It was just for Team Guns Out. So we made an extra and we only got one. And so that's going to go to a lucky person with an accompanying firearm of high regard. So that's going to be a special raffle just for the VIPs, red carpet interviews with not only the creators and stars of We the Free, but also the VIPs. VIPs, you are VIPs. You're going to walk the red carpet and we're going to find out what you're wearing and what you're doing and what you're about. So that's going to be really fun. You know, the whole idea is to let normal people that are not in the industry and not creators to come and feel what it feels like, because it's a privilege of what we do, bro. It really is. Like, not everybody can do this. Not everybody built for this. Not everybody's good at it enough to be very successful and, you know, be privy to all the things that, you know, some of us are privy to. So we want regular people to get that opportunity to indulge, you know. And then now talking about the public day, again, public day, August 23rd, completely free to the general public. All we ask is that you RSVP. Again, that's not even mandatory, but if you RSVP, we get an idea of who's coming, right? So like, for example, our RSVPs usually be around 600 to 800 RSVPs. But then you multiply that because it's always 3,000 to 4,000 people that come. So it's like one person RSVPs and they bring 2 people with them. That's kind of like the math that we've done at this point, right? And sometimes more. So we just ask that you RSVP so we know you're coming, so we can have enough of everything for everybody to do. And that RSVP registers you for one of the biggest giveaways in the industry. This year, I think we're giving between raffles and the RSVP giveaway, we're giving away, I think, 3 rifles, 8 or 9 pistols, a lot of custom gear, the Ace virtual shooting packages. I mean, we're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And it's not like when you think, oh, they're giving away 8, 9 pistols, they have like a Ruger or a High Point. Nope. We're giving away Staccatos. We're giving away Jacob Grays. We're giving away freaking tricked out Sig Sauers. Like, we giving away the good shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I already got it over here. I don't need to keep it for myself. You feel me? So, man, come through and really experience the industry at its best, bro. That's what our Range Day stands for. So again, August 22nd, August 23rd, August 22nd is VIP Day at the Range. Get your ticket. We only got 6 left. You're going to see the marketing come out and you're going to have that FOMO. And once they sold out, they sold out. Public Day, come to XCal, live your best life, meet all the creators. Quick plug for We the Free. This year, the reason why the Range Day is so big is because it's centered around the launch of We the Free. So obviously all of the network talent is going to be there. There's going to be podcasting going on, and only We the Free subscribers can go in the lounge where the podcasting is happening and actually view the podcasting live and in person. If you're not a subscriber, you'll watch it either on YouTube, some snippets, and then or watch if you subscribe later and go on the network and see it. So again, the more you tapped in with Guns Out, the more you tapped in with We the Free, the better your experience is going to be all the way around. It's an experience you don't want to miss. It's good for enthusiasts, aficionados, professionals, new shooters, non-shooters, and even those that don't even support the Second Amendment. Come through. Be curious. Your mind and your heart might be changed.
Hell yeah. Well, John, I think we've already done a top 5 guns with you. Yeah, I think we did that last time.
I don't even remember. I don't remember what they were.
Well, Matt.
All right, John, we want to know. The people want to know.
Run this shit.
NFA doesn't matter. The cost of ammunition doesn't matter. It's not the zombie apocalypse or World War III, but you got to cover all the types of shooting you like to do in your life every day. What 5 guns is John Keys taking with him?
All right, I'm taking my XC because that is just the all-purpose. If I need you to cover my back and I know you shoot like shit, you're gonna shoot better with the XC. So I'm bringing the XC. All right,
sweet. I get to use the XC.
There you go. I'm bringing my Island Barrel XL because that thing is a tack driver at all distances for a pistol. Love
All
that
right.
thing.
We got two handguns in.
Yep. I'm going to bring my BRN 180 because it is literally the Glock of ARs. You can bury that thing and pull it out of the mud and it's going to run. It's a piston-driven AR, so it shoots very flat. And mine is the ultimate BRN 180. I coined that myself. So that build is premium with all the JMac furniture, and I'm running a Boss can, so it's going to be quiet. It's got the LPVO on it. We out here. All right. So BRN 180 is coming. I'm definitely going to take Maul, my DD-M4 V7. That thing is just an absolute beast. I got the Southern Precision Tooling brake on it, so it shoots like it's not shooting. That's how flat it is. I'm running the Voodoo 1-10 with the side-mounted Delta Point Pro, so it's fully competition spec'd out. It's got the JMac furniture on that as well. That thing is nice, so I think that puts me at 4. So then the 5th and final.
Could be anything.
Oh man,
you don't have to own it. It could be anything in the whole world ever made.
No, I know. I like to be practical though. I like the things that I have experience with. I'm not going to say I want the 50 cal Barrett because everybody wants a 50 cal Barrett. But I do want a 50 cal Barrett. So Barrett, if you're watching, send me a 50 cal. But man, I'm gonna be honest with you. My new favorite, my new nightstand gun, bro, the BR4. Chambered in 9 with the new CMMG can, the zero suppressor.
Yeah.
Throw some subs in that thing. And, I'm just, it's an interesting setup. You'll have to watch our BR4 review to see how interesting that setup is that I have. But once I threw the can on it, it all came together. And when I tell you that thing is just the perfect PDW, it's quiet. It's manageable. Again, I could throw it in anybody's hands and they'll be effective with it. I'm running the aim point acro up top. So yeah, man, that's my 5 right there, bro.
Good
choices. I listen, again, I'm not one of those caliber snobs where I need a 308 and I need a 45 and I need a 357. I don't need all that. I need stuff that I can be absolutely effective with, because if you're accurate, you don't need a lot of shots. If you're accurate, you might not even, you always could use stopping power. And I mean, that's another conversation because I'm just not getting into the big calibers. I just got my first 308 from CMMG. That thing is nasty. I got a lever action coming. We just did a review on a lever action that we're giving away on We the Free for a 3-month subscription. We're giving away a lever action made by Gunco. It's called the Big Boy Model X, chambered in 357. We did a review on that to launch the giveaway that's coming on July 18th. And look at that. There you go. But it's close. It's close.
That's a Big Boy Model X.
Not from Gunco, is it?
No, this is a Henry.
No,
Henry makes the Model X.
No, but it's that's a Cerakote job from me with Ranger Point Precision Furniture on it.
Oh, Ranger Point's on point, boy.
Shout out
that
OCA.
That one's on that one's a 45 long Colt with a can.
Listen, bro, a good lever action in a high caliber with a can is a game changer.
That's the one right there that I actually took an old beer can, threw it up, lever action, and just shot it out of the air. And it was like, ooh.
My only beef with lever actions is that they just fucking take a long time to reload. I know some people that can reload them fast. I can't reload them shits fast, bro.
My only beef is it only holds 5-6 in the hole, and I'm not one of the guys like, don't AR my lever action. I don't want a detachable box mag on it. Like, I only got 6 shots. I'll be good with 6, but like it'd be cooler if there was 20.
Facts. Listen, I'll throw a drum mag on a lever action, dog. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because especially the one that we're getting ready to give away on the 18th. That lever action from Gunco and Henry and Ranger Point 357, bro. I'm talking about I hit an 8-inch gong at 300 yards with just a regular EOTech red dot, bro.
357 in a rifle is a cool cartridge.
Hell yeah.
Matt looks like the type of dude who could probably hit an 8-inch bong. But anywho,
that's why he got red lenses. That's why he got red lenses and no shades.
So let's turn it around and let's just go ahead and ask, what are your top 5 rifles, Sherm?
Oh, I thought he made it because bro, listen, he did text me, and I'm gonna show you right here on camera, bro. He did text me at 7:22. Said, "Just made it back. Are you guys still on?" All right, see it right there. Just made it back. Are you guys still on? All right. And I responded. I said, "Join up, bro. You coming?" And I got the same crickets you just aired.
So hey, Sherm, it's all good, bro. It's
hey
all
man, listen, that's why I'm saying, man, that's why you gotta come to Range Day, Mike, and you gotta corner him and get your Shermichael exclusive interview. He'll be happy to do it. And that's the thing, it's very interesting because people are either one way or another with Sherm. They either completely understand how busy he is and give him his flowers, for what he does and what he's good at, or they think he's very like, you think you're too good and whatever, and this, that, and the third, and they feel all fanatical about it, right?
That's me.
But listen, man, Sherm is
inflate him. I can't show weakness and I can't inflate him. I got to find him. I got to you ain't like the rest of us.
Hey man, well look, I look forward to seeing that interaction at Range Day. It'll be a fun one for sure.
It'll be a good one, bro.
Yeah, but listen, one last shameless plug, bro, for real. If you have not checked it out, go to WTF.tv to check out We the Free, the streaming platform, or you can go to wethefree.com. We have a giveaway that we're doing on July 18th. An amazing Henry lever action. You're going to see, we're going to drop the episode on Guns Out TV, but we're also going to drop it on We the Free. And even like if you're already a monthly subscriber, you can cop a special 3-month subscription. We're doing it just for the giveaway. And then that enters you to win this lever action. I'm just telling you, when you see this shit, I'm not gassing it, bro. I don't do that shit. When you see it, we're going to drop it on Instagram. We're going to drop it on YouTube. This gun is phenomenal. The best from Ranger Point, the best from Gunco, the best from Henry. And the thing I love about Henry is like their motto is made in America or not at all. It's the perfect marriage for America's streaming network, We the Free. So it's going to be an amazing giveaway. It goes from July 18th to August 8th. And then we're going to announce the winner. And we're actually thinking about maybe even flying the winner out to get their rifle at Range Day. We got to make sure that we can deliver on that. And it's not even about like flying them out. It's about making sure that, their gun and everything can be processed. And because, the gun that we're showcasing in the videos is a clone. We're giving you a new gun, right? So the gun that we're showing in the video, your gun has to be made and be brand new for you. So if we can get all that done in a timely manner, then we may actually even fly you out to Range Day to come get your gun in front of everybody. So bro, we just got so much stuff going on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it's so fun what we do, because it's just so many opportunities to collaborate, so many opportunities to really showcase the best of what the industry has to offer and the community has to offer. And we're just excited to bring that, man. And everybody is excited in creating that environment with us. So, if you're not plugged in, man, get tapped in. GunsOutTV.com to get your Range Day tickets. WeTheFree.com to get your subscription to America's streaming network.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Ooh, I got real juicy just now when I say that. Let me
good.
say it again. So you're going to cut that part out and you're going to let me do it again.
You got me juicy too.
Hey, man, I don't know what that means, and I'm not even going to play it. Matt, look, you saw how Matt's posture changed? Yeah, but anyway, GunsOutTV.com, GunsOutTV.com to get your Range Day tickets, WeTheFree.com to get your subscription to America's streaming network.
Awesome. Well, man, on behalf of John, Matt, myself, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you guys next time.